Welcome back guys to another video, and in this one I'm going to be working on my career progress and in particular the Wave 10 survival, because this week there is a community job that you can play that is a zombie survival, and it is fairly easy. It will also get you the 100 headshots in any survival, and as a bonus it is triple money and RP, but you've only got a few days left to get this done, as it will probably change on Thursday with the weekly update. So let's get into it then. So in this survival there are two types of enemy. There's just your normal zombie and also a heavy unit, which works pretty much like a juggernaut. AP pistol is easy enough for the normal zombies, but you will need a minigun or the alien gun for the heavy units. And as you can see there, I'm just placing some sticky bombs on that ladder there for any of the heavy units that come down. It does make it a bit easier, and it also saves you on some ammo. Now standing at this location you will only get the zombies coming either straight in front of you or down that ladder. Now like I say, there are a couple of different types of zombies, and I'll just pause it here for a second. Now if you see the juggernaut head on the map, that means he has it coming towards you at ground level. With the normal zombies, as you can see in this next one, the sort of thicker red circle means it's coming down the ladders, and the thinner red circle is on ground level. I will go on and show you when I get a juggernaut coming down the ladders how that appears on the minimap, but it is worthwhile just learning the difference between whether or not they're coming down the ladder or along the ground there. Makes it a lot easier, especially in the later levels. But wave 1 here, fairly easy. Only use your minigun or your alien gun for the juggernaut or the heavy unit zombies, just to save the ammo. You will need that ammo later on the level, and it's a lot more difficult to take out the heavy units with the ordinary guns. With wave 1 there are only 25 zombies that you need to take out. One final thing to be aware of, at the end of each level you might see one of the zombies or a few of the zombies stuck there, so you do need to move from your area just to trigger them to move, and occasionally you won't have any zombies towards the end of the wave. Again, just run to that sort of same area and they will spawn in. Once you've triggered their movement or the spawn in, you can either stay where you were or come back to the safety area here, but we'll skip ahead to them coming back, and that's the end of wave 1. Only 24 that time. One of them must have died falling off the ladder. Doesn't give you that kill though. And we'll skip ahead to all the sort of better parts throughout each of the waves. This is wave 2. You do get I think it increases up to 45 zombies in wave 2. But as you can see, the AP pistol makes light work of the normal zombies. And we've got our first juggernaut coming along the ground. Switching over to the minigun, and as you can see the minigun makes light work of those heavy units. I'm just skipping ahead again, taking out one of these normal zombies with the AP pistol, and it's fairly easy with the lock on as well. Even up the ladders it does lock on once they come over the top of the roof there. And then we're just going to finish off. I think we're just testing out the proximity mines here, which did actually work not too bad. As you can see, 3 proximity mines took out that heavy unit, and finishing the level off there. That's it. Again, wave 2, fairly easy. And so wave 3, I can see there's a juggernaut up top, a heavy unit. That's the symbol when the heavy unit is coming down the ladder, so look out for that one. And as you can see there, the 5 sticky bombs. It sometimes gets them, and it does take a lot of their health off, saving the ammo with the minigun. But as you can see here, wave 3, you did get a couple more of the heavy units, but still fairly easy. Now moving on to wave 4, just trying the proximity mines again. That actually took them out before they reached them. But as you can see, the frequency of the actual zombies themselves has increased. I've got another juggernaut unit here. But I didn't get another heavy unit until quite near the end of this wave 4. But from here on out, from wave 5 onwards, it does get a lot more frantic and a lot heavier. So wave 5 starts off fairly quiet. The sticky bombs don't fully take out that heavy unit, but it's quickly followed up with 3 of the heavy units in quick succession. Ground, ladder and then ground again. But after that sort of rapid fire of heavy units, it was fairly quiet until the end of the wave, with only 1 further heavy unit. And again, normal zombies taken out quite easily. Wave 6 on to now, this was fun. Starts off with a couple of heavy units back to back coming down the ladders, which I managed fairly easily, followed up by another heavy unit coming down the ladders. After this, I seem to have forgotten how to use my controller. Just switching back to the minigun, I picked my tear gas for some reason and try to switch back again. I don't do it, but this just shows that they are fairly slow, so you can run away from them, but it does get quite hectic here. What I'm trying to do here is get as much distance, not that I managed it here, as much distance between myself and the juggernaut, the heavy units, taking out any single units that you can that are coming around the corner, just enough space to pull out the minigun and get some shots off. And as soon as it gets close enough, you're making that run again, but just be careful. As you can see, my health was nearly gone there. But again, making use of this big long grassy area to get as much distance between myself and the zombies, and especially the heavy units, get as many shots into them as possible before you need to run again. There I managed to get one of the heavy units down, but as you can see at the far end there's another heavy unit incoming as well. But again, get some distance, pull out the minigun and do as much damage as you can before you get too close. And run again. Good bit of distance that time, should get them all here. And again, always put your weapon away, especially with the minigun when you are running. Didn't quite get enough shots into them there. So yeah, put your minigun away, you will run faster without it. And just pull it out once you're ready to use it. And there we go, end of an eventful wave 6. And wherever you end up at the end of the wave, always make your way back to this corner during the prep time. And we've got a couple of single heavy units to start the wave off, but that was quickly followed up by 2 heavy units coming at the same time, and then there was another one coming down the ladder as well. I thought I had to do some running again there, but managed to get them with the minigun. And then just sort of later in the wave, again just more single juggernauts, but that seems to be the sort of pattern with the later waves. You'll get a busier period where they'll maybe send 3 or 4 heavy units at the same time. But that sees off wave 7, moving on to wave 8, which starts off fairly sharply with 3 heavy units, one after the other, and that's quickly followed by a single heavy unit coming down the ladders. The rest of this wave was fairly straightforward. There was only single heavy units that they sent round. So again, pretty much like all the previous waves, it was sort of one busy period and then fairly easy for the rest of it. Moving on to wave 9, and we get 5 heavy units, sort of one after the other. One down the ladder, followed by 2 along the ground, and then another one coming down the ladder, and then we get a single one shortly after that coming down the ladder again. There was one more heavy unit after those first 5, coming down the ladder, but after that it was fairly quiet up until the end, no more heavy units, and that took care of wave 9. And moving on to wave 10, we start off with 2 heavy units coming down the ladder straight away, but as you'll see here, the second one actually glitches out on the ladder and makes it really easy to take them out. And then shortly after that we've got the heavy unit coming down the ladder and another one coming round on the ground level. We then get another heavy unit coming down the ladder just by himself. And then we just got a short period where it's mainly just normal zombies until we get these 2 heavy units that were both together with another one just slightly further back from it, coming along the ground. But easily taken care of with the minigun, and towards the end I was just testing out the Molotovs, but the zombies do actually avoid them. And there's the final one, and that completes wave 10. And as you've seen, so easy to get 100 headshots within the 1 survival there. Not too bad for the cash, just under 150,000 and just under 10k in RP. But a great little community job for the survival career progress. Get it done while you can. It will only be here until the next weekly update on Thursday. But if you enjoyed the video, do leave a like, and if you are new here, do consider subscribing, and I will catch you in the next one, guys.